Now, Dr. John Gottman, he talks about these four things as being the negatives. Now, also talks about what we call a 5-to-1 ratio. He refers to it as a 5-to-1 ratio, and this is from his research. So this isn't just shooting from the hip. This is he's actually done studies on this, very numerical, statistical in nature, where he's gathered a lot of data on this, and he's got it down to a science. So this 5-to-1 ratio is saying for every one negative interaction, you should have 5 positive interactions. So the 5-to-1 ratio, I'll repeat it one more time. So for every 5 positive interactions, you should only have 1 negative interaction. If that is the case, it is very, very likely that your marriage is stable and is in a very good place. If you're much higher than that, on the negative side, your marriage is in danger of being unstable and eventually maybe heading towards divorce. You just have to work through it. You have to discuss it. You have to keep communication channels open. If you don't, then criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling are going to creep in, and they're going to be a big part of your marriage, and they will lead to the destruction of your marriage if you're not careful. They will lead to divorce. So those things need to be cleaned up and pushed out of your marriage. And if you will do that, you will be able to bulletproof your marriage. If you think you're not vulnerable in your marriage, that is the exact moment when you start becoming vulnerable in your marriage, especially if you're starting to notice criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling creeping in your marriage. Those are powerful indicators, tried and true indicators that your marriage is heading the wrong direction. Now, being vulnerable in a marriage is very important, and also recognizing that your marriage may fall or may slip and not be a good, healthy marriage anymore, may not be stable anymore. And we don't want that complacency in the marriage. And that's where those four things can slip in again: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, stonewalling, those key indicators. Don't let your guard down. Superman has his kryptonite. You have your kryptonite. Don't let it sap your strength, and don't let it cause you additional pain. So that's the goal here with these 4 points from Dr. John Gottman. So my challenge for you today is I want you to take a day. It could be, if you want to do it for the entire week, that would be even more powerful. But just take one day, a normal day where you have plenty of interactions with your spouse. And I want you to be able to make a tally. On one column, I want you to tally the positive interactions you have with your spouse. And the other column, I want you to tally up the negative interactions you have with your spouse. And then I want you to compare it and form a ratio to it and see where you're at. Are you past that 5-to-1 ratio? If you are, you may be nearing divorce.